Hey, what's everybody? Welcome to another video. I'm a little late to the game because I've had a lot going on as I've been prepping in the summer months. Normally I'm not home, so I am doing my best to get out videos when I can, so I would like to apologize. But let us talk about the 112 cell Decide War, aka the Dad of War. This is brought to you by 5K. Yes, I gotta say, I'm really excited for this because I do love the Dad of War. And yeah, here we are with our, I believe this is the final battle armor, or one of the final battle armors that you can get via the game, and I really love it. Now, full disclosure, and this is full transparency, my belt, the magnet became unglued. So that's the reason why it's not on it now. I'm waiting for that glue to dry in this one, but it does magnetize. I'm not gonna do it right now because it's sitting on its glue to be done. But yeah, like the belt does still work. I just needed to glue it. A little bit of glue came off. But here we are with Decide War 112 scale. So what's crazy about this is that the literal sculpt is very, very beautiful. Like, I can't front, like this is a beautiful sculpt. Like, I love it. And it really bothers me that we don't get more properties like this. By the time I'm doing this video, I'm pretty sure someone will correct me as we're getting more properties, right? Because it's always the case. I say something and then it drastically changes. One of the things I worry about, and this is in full honesty, one of the things I worry about is that I popped the arm out because I want to show you guys. The armor is magnetized within the arm, right? But what's crazy is you can actually just remove that. You could just gently slide it down and take it off so you can be unarmed, like, well, without the shoulder armor. Now, I love how it looks without it, with the exception of the magnet sticking out. So clearly you're gonna like pop it back on. And it's magnetized to stay on. That's how it stays on very clearly. But it does hinder your arm mobility when going outward. So you will not be able to do any sort of T-posing. So T-posing is out of the question, but we can still rotate all the way around with no issue. And there is still bicep swivel without losing any of that mobility. We are double jointed as well. So we actually have a full double joint. And I love that because we would just talk, well, I was just talking about the muscular tones usually prevent double joints from doing their job and looking like a singular joint. So they've done a great job here of doing that, right? So like I said, no T-posing, but you still can get some mobility, right? So let's say you want to take it off the magnet a little bit and like get the arm up, you can do that. So that'll be good. You also have a full SHF Mafex like joint system. We do have a really, really beautiful torso movement, one of my favorites. And the head can look up, but not down because our beard is going to get in the way because we're the Dad of War, right? Our legs can go about this far outward, which is a little bit of a bummer. I expected a bit more, but I'm totally fine with that if you are going to do basic Kratos movements because, you know, it's Kratos. I don't expect him to do anything sort of crazy. This guy doesn't even climb walls anymore. He uses the blades to just climb things now. So if you want a Dad of War that's going to be pretty accurate and look really good, like this is going to be it for you. As you can see here, he just looks fantastic. Ooh, oh, I popped that magnet out. See, and that's the problem that I've been having. Like, but the magnet pops back in, as you saw here. But I do wish the legs went out a bit more, but there is that armor protecting him on that level, so you just won't get that. But otherwise, you have a beautiful looking figure. We do have a beautiful, beautiful boot swivel and a super generous ankle pivot. So, ooh, excuse me. If you did end up modding it or slitting it right here, or just getting a little bit of a better room for movement. Oh, wait, there we go. Well, I was wrong. We actually do get a little bit more room. So look, you just got to stretch it out a little further. So here I am correcting myself. We actually do get a lot better movement. And I like that because that actually leaves our legs wider for a better representation of a fighting stance. So yeah, this is really, really nice. With all of that being said, I do want to jump into the accessories because I want to talk about some things that I really, really like. So let's get to it. All right, so back to the video. Now, these are our accessories. Now, again, I want to talk about the belt. Mine's is not finished drying yet, but it's beautifully magnetized and it sits on the waist really well. One of those accessories that attached to it is going to be this hunting knife. Glad they included it. Here we have, because we can unsheath it. This is more like for the hunting part. So yeah. And then I'm going to get back to the belt because I want to really go over that. You will get 2 blades of chaos, blades of war holding hands, as well as the 5 and axe holding hands. These are clearly important for obvious reasons as they hold items, right? You get, here are your closed fists for when you want to punch out your opponents. Equally important. Then you have these open attack hands. I love this because you can just grip your whole opponent's head with these, right? Then we will get extra pegs. These will be for your hand pegs should you want to swap things out or something gets damaged. Here we are with our war blades. I absolutely adore the detail on these. These look absolutely wonderful. I love these. These look spectacular. I have no critiques on these, like none whatsoever, other than they look fantastic and they belong on a wall. Like, these are great. You also get, and this is also really cool, you get 2 chains to attach to them. So that way you can actually recreate just like in a game, which I thought was utterly fantastic to do because I know wiring stuff is absolutely a pain. So it's cool that these were included to join in. Next, you will get an unmasked head, which I think is really good. A little pale on the beard, but I know they were going for that pale, I'm graying look. And on my camera, it does not translate well on my phone camera, but on my actual like camera, it picks up beautifully. So yeah, look at the light in his eyes. I love that. Then we have Mimir's head. This is my boy right here. I bangs with Mimir. He's the wise dude, man. It's really, really dope, this Mimir sculpt. Down to the cut off portion of his reanimated head. You have the little tab here to hang through the belt, which is why that belt is really important. Last but not least, we have a beautiful Leviathan axe. I adore this frost axe. It's beautiful in every single way. And just like with the blades, I have literally no critiques. This is a perfect axe. Like, this is utterly beautiful. And things like this make me realize, like, bro, toys are fun as hell. Because we've gotten to a point where we're taking, like, exact replicas from games and making them look beautiful. Look at the little runes. Like, come on. So, I'm enjoying the hell out of toys right now. I really, really am. So, back to our belt. As you can see, we could do things like this where we attach Mimir to it. And that's why I thought it was important to glue it back to where it fits properly on the belt. Even down to our regular belt here. You can see around the waist, there's nice little runes and tabs there that look utterly beautiful. So yeah, this Decide War, Dad of War is actually, it's one of those things where it may not be able to do all the action scenes, but it's definitely beautiful in its own standard, which allows you to really sit down and appreciate what the game had to offer. So with that all being said, let's actually get it into a size comparison so we can see how it stacks up with other things. So let's get to it. So before we jump into size comparison, I want to note 2 things, and this is because I forgot some things. And one of them is Buttermilk's fault, but I gotta take blame for it, for me trying to keep him from terrorizing. So one, I also forgot about this amulet. Right? Then also we have our shield. This is actually really beautifully done, and they actually was smart enough to do it in a way where it's strapped so you can tighten it to the way that you want. Now, the smaller one was knocked down by Buttermilk, so I'm going to try to find that in between, but we do have a beautifully large shield that actually covers the body the way it should. That's pretty important. Now, I'm going to move this guy over so we can compare him to some stuff. Now, let's do a Decide Studio, so in case you want to see a normal human against the Decide War Kratos, right? So that's a Decide Studio. Next up, we have a Mythic Legion skeleton. So in case you want to do some skeleton warriors. Here's a half ogre. And I feel like these sizes work really, really well. In case you wanted to do a Kulu world. Right? Ooh. Here is Maestro Union No Name. I actually finished this video and I got to get back to this. I was trying to finish out the photos, but too much has been happening at once. Then we have a personal favorite of mine, and I want to do them as a team up. The Dad of War Ichigo team up, right? So here's Dad of War. Here's Ichigo, right? And bonus, here's a Getsu Fumaden skeleton from Storm Collectibles. So this is pretty cool. The Getsu Fumaden skeleton sizing out. So yeah, I really, really like this, and it's a shame Buttermilk misplaced that smaller shield. I have to get around to finding that. So I'm gonna clean up this entire area now. And yeah, I really, really like this. So shout out to them for sending it over. But I do want to note that you got to be careful with the magnets. If you are taking anything apart, make sure you slide it instead of just pulling apart. That will help with the glued parts, or you can just re-glue them. It's not that crazy big of a deal, but I wanted to give you that and let you know. But with all of that being said, if you love the game, this is definitely going to be something that you truly enjoy. So yeah, take that in consideration and enjoy yourself. So as always, please be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.